And we are live. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to episode 9 of the Rectification, or episode 10. We just talked about this. Jesus. It's episode 10 of the Rectification. Jeez. This is what we get for throwing numbers around before stream. As always, I'm your DM, Ivy, here with my lovely, lovely cast of incredible women. It's going to be a very, very fun, laid-back episode, I think. So we'll see. Depends on the choices you guys
really
make.
Going to happen this much. It's
No.
gonna be
What? No.
playing.
No. To recap, we definitely did not leave our party on the beach where Coraline had just revealed who she actually was to Talus and was waiting on Talus's response before we ended stream. No. That didn't happen. No.
Totally.
No.
Totally didn't have conversations throughout the week of like, what the hell?
No. But we did leave our party on the beach just at sunset as they had went and met with Cersei's crew, kind of got a little bit of sticky fingers where we stole a diamond, or stole a ruby, not a diamond, stole a ruby.
I forgot about that.
You have a moderately sized ruby in your pocket.
You know, and we didn't learn, like, lovely recipes to make bombs.
You did not. You did not learn recipes to make bombs. You didn't learn any of that. You're still not currently standing on the beach where 3 of you are just kind of, well, 2 of you are waiting out in the water. 1 of you is sitting there, and the other 2 are locked in conversation about to have a very interesting talk. It'll be great, but none of that happens. None of that happens.
So good.
None of that happens, right? Which is why we're definitely not going to pick up with Talus and Coraline on the beach at sunset, having this conversation. That's not going to happen.
Start crying again?
Yeah.
Start crying.
But
Getting into character.
yeah, no. But we do pan out from the beautiful reflection of the sun on the waters to our 2 characters who are still there.
Got the good establishing shot, then to the slow.
Exactly. The slow pan to Coraline standing in front of Talus, awaiting nervously a response to what she just said of, hey, I'm the daughter of this prominent noble family. They have no daughters. They have 7 sons. Which is kind of a bomb, because Talus has heard of said family, and you're right, there are no daughters. Up until now. And you had asked, do we have to go to the masquerade ball? Now it's up to you 2.
Coraline might be nervous, but Ava's a wreck.
Coraline being nervous, but Ava's a wreck!
Alright.
Please say something.
Alice is gonna look at Coraline. Shocked. Absolutely shocked.
I know, it's a lot.
What? What?
Then you can understand, based on your, demeanor right now, why I would not particularly want to go to that ball.
This is huge. Who else knows this?
My family. That's it. From what I've gathered.
You're a secret? Your whole existence is a secret?
Yes. Precisely why I've decided to leave. I don't want to be locked away. I know exactly what it's like to not have the ability to go do something. That's why I know if you truly want to go to this ball, I will not stop you. I just won't go. And also, my conversations with Ezekiel told me I should trust more. And I know you more than others. And Cersei.
Come to my room tonight.
Out of character.
How you doing?
I mean, damn.
How you doing? Oh, Jesus.
Don't bring anyone with you.
Oh shit! Should I bring wine or like what are we talking about here?
Make
Sorry.
sure no one's following you.
Please
If
don't
you
tell
want to
anybody.
let me know you're coming first, you can tell Scritches to let me know. But last thing in the night, once everyone has gone in for the night, come to my bedroom.
I'm currently sharing a room with Cersei. I'll just let her know that I have something to discuss with you then.
No. Make up another excuse.
All right, I am considerably good at lying. Please don't tell anyone. I'm not sure I'm prepared to let the rest of the group know. Knowing how prominent my family is and your reaction, I'm not sure I want them to know just yet. Especially if everybody's going to the ball.
Talus recomposes herself and is surprisingly honest and tender when she says, I'm very good at secrets. Your secret is safe with me.
Coraline would give the approximation of an insight check right now because she's trying to make sure you are not lying. But I take it that you're definitely being genuine, so I don't think I need to roll. But but yes.
We can talk about it more tonight. Let's just go back to the group.
All right. Coraline will look down in her book and write back. You can put it back, please.
And I'm assuming your eyes go back to.
I'm assuming. Yes, they go back to gold. Okay. I left my hat over there, and also in the future, if we do have to get closer to that area, if you could help me with helping persuade the others, unless it's truly important we have to go back to that dreadful area, I would prefer to get as far away as we possibly can.
I will have your back.
Thank you. All right. I guess we should start getting back over there to them.
Yeah, it's getting late, and maybe we should grab something to eat.
Precisely.
Alice is very uncomfortable, by the way. She is not used to this.
It's sure that we have like 3 dozen worth of pastries and food in our little picnic here.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, we're definitely having a feast out on the beach tonight.
There's a whole pastry
yeah, because we had like pastries, we got wine or meat or something like that.
I got both.
Also, speaking of which, I don't. Coraline will summon Scritches back. I like to imagine that Scritches was like being berated by pets and is now like over here like out of the ship. I'm back.
Solid land.
Oh thank God. Too many.
Yeah, you guys are very easily able.
That I'm bumping with. Oh God.
Yep. Yep, you are.
Yeah, we're.
Wait, before you go, do you want to just come over to our room? I don't think Cersei would understand anything about noble families. From what I've gathered, I think she's new to the world in general. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Oh my.
Oh.
No.
Nope.
If we need to, we'll swap rooms.
We'll just go on a walk. We'll go on a walk.
We can't do that either. It needs to be somewhere private. It sounds so bad.
Yay.
Raven that she needs to the library for something. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Sounds a bit sketch, but
I would
Which way
I would
Coraline
be
swings,
more
but
comfortable
damn,
being
Ava.
I would be more comfortable being somewhere where there's no prying eyes.
I
I would be more comfortable being somewhere where there's no prying eyes.
I mean, that is preferable for this.
It just sounds
Sorry. We're the worst. It's so awkward. All right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Because
We're good. We're so good.
Two of you are
We're good.
still.
Mhm.
Two of you are still out waiting in the water, being Cersei and Rutherford, I believe. There's one still sitting on the beach. What do the three of you like to do while this conversation is happening?
Raven has finished writing in her book, and she's now diving into the lovely box of pastries and waiting for other people before she cracks open. Was it the strawberry mead that?
I think there was a strawberry mead and a red
I
wine.
brought a red wine and a strawberry mead.
She's fully dived into like the biscuits and is like enjoying that while like wondering if anyone else is gonna come so she can politely start cracking open the alcohol and not drink alone.
Since this since this is all happening at the same time, Coraline walking away or whatever, and I think I had last talked to Cersei about the moon or something.
Something like that.
I'll look back and I'm starving. What about you, Cersei? I bought some bunny buns. I bought some delicious pastries. Not entirely sure what I got, but guess right. Got some wine. Why don't we head back, dry off?
Sure. Though, just as a quick note, since you're the one who's carrying the head, I know it's not. Shut up.
That's on the
I
beach.
know it's not necessarily a nice. Oh, we're having a nice beach day thought, but when we're done interrogating,
Why don't?
well, maybe we should give him to the ocean. He can become a place for coral to grow and food for the fish. I can just walk him in as like deep as we need.
That sounds wonderful. Why don't we do that tonight? It's starting to grow a stench.
I have a few questions, but there's a few that we can't ask that I don't have thought out.
How about after this, later tonight, stop by my room and we can do the interrogation. I'm not entirely certain when the girls get back. Why don't we talk about it briefly? Not for too long. I don't want to ruin the moment, but I will at least write down some questions that we all have, and then we can decide what questions to ask.
It just occurred to me, since we're actually in the sea, that it's a pretty good place to
hide a body.
Yes.
I can't get over the fact that she's like, yeah, we can just throw this person's head that we murdered instead of giving it a proper burial. Just feed it to the fish.
For Cersei, that's a proper burial. It's getting recycled
Burial
back.
at sea.
True, but I don't know if the average person would consider that a proper
And sketch about this head, like, yo, we just need the head. You just chop that off, and then, yo, we can just toss it into the ocean.
Alright, are you walking from the water that you're currently standing in up to the beach then? Cool. Alright, you do so. Currently you don't see Coraline and Talus. You see Raven being very patient about opening these bottles that are currently just sitting there with the wooden cups.
As we're walking back, we're still in the ocean. Raven, pop open that bottle and start pouring me some mead.
Did we get cups or no?
Yeah, there's
we
cups.
got.
Okay.
I got
solo.
wooden cups.
They're like solo.
She's gonna hold up one of each and be like, mead or wine?
But my horn is in my pack. Well, on my pack. It's right
In your
next
pack
to
or on your pack?
It's on my. You can't miss it. It's huge. It's right there. No, to the left. Not to the left. Your other.
Do
There
not
we go.
pour wine on the pack.
There we go.
She'll like pop it in the sand just to like hold it upright and then get the other cup set and like start doling out. Have a look over, and I'm assuming at this point Coraline and Talus are still having their conversation a little bit way. She'll wait until like noticing that it like looks like they're chatting. She'll wait until they like So she'll pour 3 and just wait on the other 2 to pour.
This weird conversational meal over there to the rest of the party as you're... Oh, we gotta kind of look up and see them starting to walk over. It is awkward.
Oh, we have wine and snacks.
Shall we have some dinner? Like, I don't know what you two were
Do
talking
we
about.
have
but
anything
we're-
other than pastries?
Well, there's the bunny buns, but
They're savory pastries.
They're quite delicious.
I'll take a bunny bun.
they're probably the meatiest out of
And
them
some
all.
wine. Definitely some
Oh,
wine.
I
Well,
cracked the meat, but I can crack the wine for you.
Well, Quarterline, if you wanted to try the strawberry meat, I did get that for you. But if you don't want to do that today, there is the wine.
Do they pair well together?
Yes, but I will say, well, meat is more like a dessert wine. It's sweeter. I will say a little goes a long way. For me, myself, it will take a little bit more, but it's quite strong. If you would prefer to not get too
I'll just
over
take the
top,
wine, I think, tonight.
If you would like to go a little bit more, I would suggest maybe the mead.
I'll go for the wine.
Raven
Caroline
pours
will
and passes you a
grab her
small
hat.
glass of wine.
Coraline will definitely grab her hat on the way over and put that on too. I
You're
can't
all
remember
looking-
what her disguise was. I should keep writing that down.
Weird.
I think. Oh wait, brown curly hair. That was it. Brown
Right,
curly
I
hair.
was about to remind you. Talis, you had your hand raised. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'll have some wine as well, and I will have 2 bunny buns.
I just imagine Talus as like keep looking over at Coraline like.
A little suspicious, yes.
All right. Before we get too carried away with things, there is one note of business that I would like to ask, and then as soon as it is done and as soon as it is written down, we can go and have as much fun as we want. But I plan tonight to talk with Quill, with Cersei's aid. If there are any questions that we want to ask, Cersei and I will be taking care of that tonight in my room and talking with Quill. If there's any questions that you want to ask, I will write them down. And then that way, if you want to sleep or whatever, it will just be Cersei and I that will be staying up late and asking the questions. And then we will relay the information to you all.
Well, I'm definitely curious about what that A is that he drew. If you can ask questions about that.
All right.
And why Mia? Why did he have to kill her?
So far, the questions that I've come up with is, did he make that A symbol on the wall? What did it mean? And also asking him where he got that tome that disappeared.
Yes, I was going to ask about the tome. She'll hold hers. I have quite an curiosity
Interest?
about it. Yes.
People said that he didn't have any magic beforehand, so him just suddenly
Having
getting
one?
the book, casting spells, and the book disappears. That's
We gotta stretch. Welcome in the shows and mimic. I hope that stream was good.
Stretch, get all the pops in.
Coraline's getting ready for business.
Coraline, while eating, will also pull out her lemon bars that she has. We should probably eat these before they get any older, by the way.
Probably.
She has lemon bars, if anybody would like one.
How do you just not just scarf all those down? I tend to just keep putting them in my face.
My mother always told me it was improper to keep doing that.
I hid in the back of the library. while I did it.
It makes perfect sense.
What all you need is a good stack of pastries, a good book, and you find the back corner.
You know what? I can actually completely relate to that.
You're missing a good bottle of wine. Maybe I have a problem. Nah,
What?
I don't think so.
Hey,
Am I an
hey!
alcoholic?
My mother used to sit with her glass of wine and her book.
I mean, look at me. It's not like it's excessive. I'm huge. right? Anyone back me up? Anyone? No.
You
know what,
Caroline will
Look
just.
at her status and be like,
Alright.
I don't think I can comment on anything to do with large bodies.
You know,
Large
there's
white
some
folder.
science or something. Some,
Brad,
you know.
how tall are you?
Well, depending. Is that like fully stretched out or just standing normal?
Just your normal height.
I'd say 6'7" normally. Maybe add an inch if I'm actually standing up tall.
I'm a foot and a half shorter than you.
Technically, I'd be like 6'10", almost 7 foot if you count the ears. They're a little bit
Okay,
larger.
almost like 2 feet shorter than you.
I don't really count the ears because it's not at the head length, but like my ears are about 2 or 3 inches.
Hi, us small folk know to limit the alcohols that we consume because it goes through us faster.
You're how many feet shorter than me? Hold on. Give me your hand.
Thing. You're taking down the notes of what you're going to ask. You know, this
I do
disembodied
have
head. Yeah.
One question
Yeah, go ahead.
that I thought of for the disembodied head for them to ask.
Aye.
They seem to mention that Quill and his husband were at the alchemy shop and that his husband was killed for stealing. What did his husband steal? And
Well, maybe it was that book.
Maybe it was the tome. And who was his husband working for? Also, what was at the alchemy shop that caused that kobold to die in horrible boils?
Well, as of right
the
now,
kobold died in the sewers.
I'm
right,
yes,
that
I'm not
was
entirely
connected to
sure.
the alchemy shop.
Well, I'm
used
not
to be
entirely
both.
sure it was, but
We think that was actually because of what happened at the library, that he was working under the library, and when something went weird there, that he got attached.
as of right
I thought it was connected to the alchemy shop.
That's what we thought at first.
Oh.
wait, Cersei, remind me, there's only a set amount of questions. You mentioned 5, correct?
Like,
So right now I have
problem is that he can still lie, which is we have to figure out some way to get him to actually answer us, because he can tell us whatever he darn well pleases, and we'll be in the same place.
So as of right now, I have what does the A symbol stand for? Where did what did Quill's husband steal? Who was the husband working for? And if, depending on what his husband stole, doesn't answer where the tome came from, then where did the tome come from? That is what I have so far.
Sounds
That
good.
sounds about right.
And also why Mia.
Oh, yeah.
So do you need like a spell that only allows him to tell the truth then?
Do I have that for today?
I don't know. You haven't taken a long rest, so I don't know. Which spells do you have?
I am low on spells in general for
Uh-huh.
today.
Raven, do you have something that does that?
No,
I
I've
do not
only
have that.
heard of it, so...
Aye.
I do not have Circle of Truth today. But even with Circle of Truth, you can just simply decide not to say anything. Or to say something that might sound about right, but without actually answering.
Coraline, you don't have anything like that?
No. Again, I'm also limited. I can make myself look like somebody else, but that's courtesy of this hat. I do believe, though, with my affinity with necromancy, isn't the like speak with dead? Isn't that like they can't outwardly tell a lie, but they can choose not to speak? So wouldn't it just be zone of truth as well?
It is a really fun thing.
It is a fun thing. Speak with dead is really cool.
Answers are usually brief, cryptic, repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or recognizes you as an enemy.
I can. Well,
I hate
Does
to
this
say,
hat-
he's gonna view you as an enemy.
Head?
In case you guys
I have this
forgotten
hat,
that part.
maybe.
Cersei. Cersei, if you would like to try to use this hat to change how you would appear, it would just make you have an hour to attune to it.
If you want to mind, that could actually be helpful. I'm not sure who I would turn into, but being this probably isn't going to be helpful in this situation.
What if
You
we
could
turn-
probably become the
husband?
Lexidon that we met earlier.
Maybe Eridan.
Oh, that's right. We have to know what it looks like. Dang it.
Yeah, we don't know what he looked like.
Dang it.
Well, there was also that flower shop owner. They
Finley.
seemed very sweet.
Like probably someone just not associated with us is probably a good start.
Exactly. Well, this could all be figured out later when, you go out and do whatever you're going to do with a dead head.
Yeah, it might be best if just you and Rad deal with it, because it sounds like the more
I'm
people
not dealing
in the
with a dead
room-
body. Mm-mm.
That's why I figured it would be best if Sissy and I did it. I wouldn't want you all to go through that again.
It's
If-
an odd spell.
If
Appreciated.
we didn't have to.
Alright, so
Just
as
make
we're
sure
starting-
that Rad is facing, that the head is not facing Rad when you speak to it.
I'll just hold it.
If it recognizes Rad, it will not be happy.
I'll just hold it. You won't know.
Cool. So, your general plan at the moment is that Cersei and Relaford will handle the head. Talus and Coraline are going to have a conversation, but nobody else knows that yet. Raven, what is your plan?
She currently doesn't have a plan. Did we see a library or anything like that in town?
Yeah, you did.
And how late is it now?
It's about dusk, so 6:37.
Okay, she'll turn to the group and go, well, I might either slip out to the library or just spend a little bit more time in the tavern and see if I can pick up some local tales.
You sure you don't want to even try to go swim?
Pardon?
Are you sure you're not even going to try to go swim?
Swimming's never been my strong suit. Truth be told, I've actually never really been in water.
I'll
Well,
give
Cersei just taught me
I'll
how to
give
swim.
you I will give you 1 gold if you put your toes in.
Oh,
Boots come off and she like wanders into the water holding her glass of wine and glass of mead, and then like she's now like ankle deep in water and goes, seriously? That's all? Seriously?
That's all it is. I mean, when the sun is out, it's a little bit more relaxing because you've got the heat of the sun, the coolness of the water. It's a nice balance.
How deep in the water are you going?
She just has like her ankles in.
I cast Major Image to look like a giant wave is coming to crash down onto.
Oh shit! And you just see like as she turns back to look at the ocean and goes, nope.
So what happens is that a giant wave comes and crashes on top of you, and it just kind of through you.
Oh jeez.
Coraline's laughing really hard. Nothing you thought that was funny.
I think we lost.
That was hilarious.
I think we lost a party member. I think they are.
I can still hear. I just can't see our cameras. So
Yep.
That's great.
you just
Earth.
voted on ours, that's fine.
That was definitely worth a spell slot.
That was definitely
one of my
worth
two.
the spell. Yep,
My God.
absolutely. Alright, so Raven is
Oh.
planning on going to the tavern then. Easy enough. Yeah, the rest of the evening passes as you guys enjoy your mead, your wine, and your pastries and biscuits. The rest of the evening passes pretty easily, pretty laid back. Nothing really piques your interest or happens on the beach. But after a little while, you all have had your fill of whatever you're partaking in. You are free to go back to your rooms or on your walks or however else you're going to handle the upcoming talking to the disembodied head as well as each other.
Well,
Well, I think I'm gonna head to the room, and then I'm gonna see if anyone's interesting sitting in the tavern. So once you're done with the head, and or Coraline or Talus, do you want to come to the tavern and see if we can find an interesting story?
I was gonna go actually try a new version of Scritches upstairs in my room.
Oh, yeah, totally. Like again, I'll probably be down there until late-ish. So if you feel like coming down, Talus.
I'm gonna turn in turn in early. I'm not used to so much sun and beach, and I don't know. I'm feeling tired.
Yeah, you also have a ruby to hide.
Oh yeah.
You also got some contraband.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, Raven, I think we're staying in the same place as. God, where's my notes?
The leering eel.
Yep.
No,
Who are you looking for?
There's the loyal Una Clark. She sounds very interesting. If you happen to run into her.
The pirate lady?
Yeah,
The pirate lady who's known to be fickle.
exactly.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
I'm
make
just
sure that I
saying,
have
if
some
you're-
gold with me just in case I need to buy her a couple drinks.
Well, here's the one that I promised you, and I'll flick the gold.
She like catches it and goes, I'm pretty sure I'll just spend this more on biscuits back for you, but okay. Pockets it.
It's like an eternal mutual debt of biscuits.
Oh, all the biscuit debt.
It's like that friend thing where it's all like, oh, I'll pay for your meal this time, you pay for my meal the next
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
It's just like a mutual friend debt.
So you
Completely
two are
out
pretty
of me.
easily able to go up to your rooms. Rattleford and Cersei, you guys are headed to the other room to go get the head. Yes?
Yes.
Where are you actually doing this?
It'll be in my bedroom.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Cersei, you're able to quickly scoop up the head, take it to Rattleford's room.
Actually, I think the head was
He
in.
was already in your room.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
The
sorry,
flower
that's right.
to
You
try
put it
to
in
hide the
chest.
decaying smell.
That's correct. Okay, cool. So yeah, you're able to easily head to Ralph's room where the head is still there, of course. What are you doing with it?
Alright. I'm going to pick it up and, because it's still wrapped in the cloth, I'm going to have the cloth in my hand and just sort of holding it away from my face towards Cersei, so that way it doesn't know that I'm the one holding it.
Yeah. Cersei's going to start casting Speak with the Dead. It is it's a duration of 10 minutes. It's a very short casting time. But she's going to take a few things of incense, which is the material component, of course, and light those, and it's a very like muted, earthy kind of scent going on.
Yeah, you're able to cast it, no problem.
Yes.
Nothing interferes, nothing.
Does she have the hat?
If you're wearing it still.
Yeah, if we had gone up to our rooms, Coraline would have bunkered down in her room, particularly given you the hat, and you'd have to take an hour to attune to it.
Cool. We'll
Right?
just say,
That's the usual attunement time.
Yeah, we'll just say you attuned to it. You were able to after
During that attunement time, I was actually going to change Scritches into a raven with my own incense.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we
So
can-
no longer it's a kitty, everybody. It's a raven.
Aww. Caw.
Scritches is currently raven. We'll say you took the hour time and then decided to go to Ralph's room and started casting the spell. How are you making yourself look with the hat?
Let's go with maybe Alice the Tabaxi.
Okay.
Just a very
Yeah.
kind, sweet little Tabaxi.
Yeah. Alice the Tabaxi who ran needing potions in Asmar.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. You now look like the beautiful Tabaxi that's normally draped in whites and reds.
Yes. So she's gonna look like that, so she very much does not look like
No,
Like
Cersei is
herself.
normally with her blues and her little tints of green here and there on her body. Now looks like Alice. I'm so glad I didn't take her hero forge out of here. There we go. Yeah. So
Pulling on a random NPC.
Alice. So yeah, currently you look like Alice. You cast the spell. You turn into Alice.
She's gonna turn.
This head kind of blinks for a second, as if kind of coming to its senses, and then looks and gets a very confused look on their face. But they are now awake for as much as an undead, disembodied head can be.
Morning. I have some questions for you. I'm from Asmar, and I don't quite understand why that all happened. First of all, I'd like to know, why did you make that A symbol on the wall and put Maya under it?
I didn't make it.
Who did?
I don't know.
The husband?
Are you asking that as Rutherford aloud while you're holding this head? Yes?
I'll try to mouth it.
Okay. I just had to make sure.
What was it that your husband stole?
He kind of seems to take a moment, as if he's considering that. He's thinking back to his days with his husband. You can see it across his face, of just this look of confusion. Money, I think?
I'm gonna look at Cersei and mouth the word tome.
Yeah. Where did you get your tome?
It was a gift.
From whom?
This is your fifth one, correct?
It is my last one.
And he will only answer with a single word. A single name. Asmar. Or Azur, sorry. He's like, he says, he kind of hesitates, he's like, and you think he's going to say Asmar, and he goes into Azur. And with that, having asked your fifth, his eyes flutter shut, and he is once again an disembodied head that is just now decaying away in your presence.
Thank you, Quill. Oh, I hate that spell.
And I'll tie him back up into the fabric. I'm going to need a new cloak after this.
I will actually take that now. I'll probably walk it back to the beach and walk it out.
I'll come with you. Not
Hi.
with the dark.
Thank you. I assume you're not going to want to go actually into the... Just walk on the bottom of the sea for a
I'll
while.
come with you to the shore. After that, I'll just be there when you come back.
Thank you.
And
Do you drop off the hat before you...
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to knock on the door.
As Alice?
You
As Alice.
Right.
Okay.
Hats off to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did you get any good information?
We got some answers, and now we have some more questions.
Well, the are you going?
We're
To dispose of Quill.
That's
gonna put him
gross.
to rest.
All right.
We're gonna give him back to the ocean. Back to nature.
Cool. Stay safe.
That's what I'm here
She'll
for.
Close
Also
the.
What's with the
Got a
bird?
parrot. Don't worry about it. I wanted to try a different form.
That's
Seems more freeing for Scritches. This is Scritches. You can tell by the turquoise blue eyes of in a raven. Can't you see that? Obviously.
Precious little bit. Okay. We'll see you later.
God damn it. As you guys have that moment and you're able, Cersei, you and Ralphford are very easily able to walk down. Nobody's really looking at you. You can kind of pass by the front of the house as you can see Raven in the tavern a little bit. Coraline, they leave. Get your hat. Are you turning around and taking that time to go see
No, I'm
Talos?
immediately going to go see Talos
Yeah.
right now,
Okay.
and when I'm talking to Talos, probably try to do it as
Okay,
again.
yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Okay, you walk to Talos' room, knock on the door.
I'll go and open the door. And I'll say,
Coraline
hey.
has like her coat over her hair. Busts in.
Oh, is it just you?
Yes, that's what we discussed, is it not?
I'll close the door behind me and lock. Oh god, it sounds so creepy.
Before that happens, Scritches will fly from my shoulder and position himself in like a corner of the hallway, and see down the hallway to see if anybody comes nearby.
Yeah, cool. You have your security, Raven. Cool.
As
Okay, Talos, you lock the door.
All right. You have secrets, and you've shared them with me. I still think we should go to the ball, and I'm going to share my secret with you. You're not the only one that has things at risk. I'll start by taking my hat off and giving it to her and say, what do you notice?
is it the pirate hat?
Yeah, literally, the hat just took off.
All right,
Yes.
I'll
We
look
do
around.
real life improv here.
Let's go.
I can go grab a hat right now if we really want to have this
No, you're fine.
transfer through.
Alright, go ahead. You take off the hat.
I give it to Coraline and ask her if she notices something about it.
Do I notice something about it?
Do you want to roll me perception? We'll see.
I'm looking particularly. I mean, actually, Caroline wouldn't notice.
Would that be investigation then?
Perception and investigation, it's very obvious. So it's just a matter of looking.
It's just if I roll a 1, right?
Yeah, don't roll a 1.
Cool. I will roll. Wait, is it perception or because
He
it's
chucks the hat
Whichever
into
one
your
you want
bag.
to use. It's
awesome?
obvious.
I will do perception because it's a little bit better.
Okay.
14 in total.
Do you want to describe it? Tell us, or do you?
As you hold this hat and you look, you notice that there's 2 holes at the top of the hat. Pretty big holes. And you don't understand why, because usually that kind of stuff is made for tabaxis or other kinds of races that might have ears, like our dear bunny friend that's going to be making our costumes. As you're noticing it and you look up, Talos will take a deep breath and she'll go, and as she releases her breath, you see her eyes look extremely green. Like
Yes.
crazy green.
Yeah. I knew it.
Big ears pop up, and 1 tooth is shown.
That is amazing.
Rob work.
I'm all about props, all right?
They were good
Love
props.
Love it.
Fucking great.
And you
Props
see,
to you.
boop, boop, 2 years.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
and a
This is
tail.
probably why Scritches loves
Bushy
you so
tail.
much.
And a tail.
Oh, you have a tail.
Mm-hmm. A very nice, fluffy, bushy tail.
It's very fluffy.
Mm-hmm. Very fluffy. I'll say, this is what I am. I, like you, hide my true nature, and I don't tell anyone. There's only a selected amount of people that know. And actually, I'm totally
Are you looking for her name?
blanking on her name. Help me,
Natalie.
the bunny.
Natalie. I
Natalie.
knew who you were looking for.
Nat for short.
Natalie is one of the people that know, and she will go the extra mile to help me hide my true nature, which is why I know that you'd be safe as well.
First of all, it makes complete sense as why Scritches likes you so much. Secondly, what exactly are you? Is that just a glamour that you have like on all the time? Is it a glamour or is it actually like a polymorph?
And as you can tell, it's the same thing that usually happens when Coraline meets a new person, is that you get bombarded. So
Some people have described me as a shifter. And even though shifters are genuinely accepted, I have come to find that it's better to hide my nature, and it causes less problems in my life. I hide my appearance every morning with magic, and every night when I go to sleep, it goes away. I wake up again, and I hide my true nature again. I've been doing it for years, and I'm gonna keep doing it till the end of my days.
Is there a particular reason that you're doing it if shifters are pretty widely accepted?
In my circles, I've just come to find that it is best to not show my true nature.
What are your circles?
That's private.
Fair enough. Now, glamour-wise, what would she try to do to change me? Would it be different than what the hat does already?
It would be similar to what the hat does. She has the capability.
So it can still be seen through.
I'm being told I have a disguise kit. Yes, I have a disguise kit as well.
I do as well.
Additional to the glamour that she can provide through the masks is what I'm assuming she'll do. I can also help with a disguise kit. So even if someone were to take down our disguises, we will still be able to look different through our disguise kits and the power of makeup.
Contouring. Eliminate.
Contouring. I am very, very good at disguises. I can make you look very different. Now, as an option, I know you and Rad are not so excited about it. I'm not completely blind and socially incompetent. I can read the room.
I do have social skills, guys.
It's hard.
If need be, I can always help. I can always, we can have that you be the, just be outside and, enjoy around. You don't
Well,
come, but
it's
I
quite.
would rather we stay together.
the only true issue would ever arise if I ever met or saw my family there. And I have a brother in particular that has yet to miss any masquerade.
You will
And
not
that
look
is
at
my-
yourself. Even without the mask or glamour, we can make you look different.
Do you swear?
I
Do
swear.
you promise?
I promise. I've been doing it for years.
Coraline will write a line in her book. Talus swears that Coraline will not look like Rosaline Evergarden at this thing in her book.
Will you sign it?
Sus.
That is so concerning, but Alice would know what the repercussions might be because she doesn't understand warlock magic, so she will sign it and say, "Yeah, sure, I'll sign it."
Oh dear.
I see nothing wrong with this.
Coraline doesn't really know either. It's just that she made a promise in that book, so that's
I see nothing wrong with
and
this.
it's a promise that she's held dear. So
What did it
she
say?
doesn't know either.
What did you
I
write?
wrote, does Talus Kit, or I don't think she knows your name. Does Talus swear and promise that Coraline will not look like Rosaline Evergarden at the masquerade ball?
I was gonna say I'll add at the masquerade ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sign it.
All right. Gotta write this down word for word. What did I say?
Okay.
All right.
You can go watch it on the VOD as well later. Cool. After this exchange, are you going back to your room? Are you guys going to continue, are you going to continue berating Talus with questions?
I mean, Caroline she understands it, so. Do you have any questions for me? I know I kind of sprung it on you very quickly, and I'm willing to answer what I can.
Are you always going to be running?
I honestly don't know. My father very recently only told me the truth of what I was, and he seems to perceive me as a danger to the House of Evergarden. And I really don't know what that means.
Have you always known your father?
Yes. I've always known him, and only recently did I realize that who I thought was my mother wasn't actually who she was. And that I wasn't actually really, truly a member of the Evergarden family and related to my brothers.
Are you searching for your mother?
Remember how I said I was really good at lying? I did lie to you when I said I wasn't searching for anybody. I am curious as to who she is and why I was so forced into kind of the life I grew up living. I'd like to know if she knew what my life would be like.
I hope you find the answers you're looking for.
And I hope you find your dad.
My dad is actually a stepping stone to my mom.
Oh.
Uh,
Well, I hope you find her too. Do you know who she is?
yes.
Is there a place that we can start searching for her?
I don't know. I also haven't seen her in years. The reason I started searching for my dad was to find her.
Hmm.
I hope she's alive, but
Now,
I've
what
assumed
family
her.
member gave you those?
My mother's side.
Would I know anything? I don't know anything about shifters, right?
No.
No.
Nope.
Fine.
No, you do not.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean, we could just, have a nice little conversation, and then once her disguise hat goes, "Hey, I'm working again. She'll leave.
Okay. Yeah. Downstairs, as you all are, as Cersei and Ralph are walking away, as Talus and Coraline are having this conversation downstairs, Raven is enjoying the nightlife of the Leering Eel Tavern.
Woohoo!
Which normally has frequent many soldiers, maybe some sailors, some pirates. It depends on the evening. But the people that you saw in port earlier were pirates. So there is a large mix of pirates and sailors. So they're currently down in the the Leering Eel that are just enjoying their time. They're not fighting. Flumwell is very much known as a neutral territory, so these sailors and these pirates aren't fighting, they're intermingling. Are you looking for anyone in particular?
Raven will look around and scan. She's looking for someone that looks like they're either ready to tell a story or like is trying to sound a little boastful right now, so she's thinking she can potentially ply him with a little liquor to get another good story out of him.
Yeah, so there's plenty of pirates. There's plenty of sailors. They're kind of bantering back and forth over who has the best tale, like who's been through the most, who's been in the most ship battles, or who's fought the biggest creature. It's just a matter of which party you want to grab. Which group are you thinking Raven would fall more in with?
She's gonna go and get 2 large tankards of mead and go see which of the pirates, not like the most big and boastful one, but like this one that seems to be like looking like they're trying to step into the conversation, but someone else is not letting him.
Okay, yeah, so you don't go up to the burliest, loudest, brawniest pirate, but you go up to a pretty...
She will also not discriminate between men, women, non-binary. She is looking for like the best tale.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you walk up to a big fellow. He's wearing a white peasant shirt, black pants, and a red sash around his waist with a cutlass hanging off one hip. He's kind of seems a little annoyed at the big burly pirate that's currently boasting and being really loud, because he seems to think that he has the better tale. So as you walk up, he's kind of like eyeing this other pirate with a little bit of disdain.
Is there a seat beside him?
There absolutely is a seat beside him that you can sit down in.
Raven sits down and sticks a tankard in front of him and goes, "My good sir, you look like you have a tale that you need to tell. Might I interest you in drinking a story?"
He kind of eyes it a little bit, kind of looks you over. It doesn't quite register in his mind that you could possibly be a threat, so he takes the tankard. He's like, "You're small, like I could take you in a bar fight if this goes south," and he takes it. And he takes a large swig of it before he's plopping it on the table. He's like, "Let me tell you, lass, let me tell you about the time that I fought three giant crabs by myself." And launches into a fantastic tale about the island Sebel, which you could even know as a general thing that this is an island very far away, that it's not on the map. You won't find it. See my
Damn it!
Sorry. Sebel is actually off the shore quite a ways, where there's a large population there, mostly fishermen. It's kind of a waypoint in the middle of the ocean for replying and everything else. So he launches into this fantastic tale about 3 different giant crabs that he fought, and starts going off how he rode the top one of them at one point, and he launched harpoons at another from where he was sitting on his vantage point. And eventually they attacked each other because he looked like he had made them look like they were attacking one another. And that is how he defeated all 3 of them.
At the point that he starts talking about battle tactics, Raven pulls out her books and starts making little notes down. She's like, "Okay, so you said you made them look like attacked each other. What formation did you get them in?"
And he'll even take the pen like the quill from you and start drawing on the spare piece of paper the battle strategy that he said that he had used.
Beautiful.
Sailors love
Raven will keep an
conflict.
eye on his drink while he's doing this, and if she knows he's getting low, signal that he needs another.
And the barkeep will come and pour him another one and go back. And after this tale, as you're sitting there describing this, eventually he'll finish the second round and kind of sit back. He seems to be in like a cheerful mood now that somebody took the time. Is there anything else you want from this particular individual?
My good sir, that story, and thank you so much for the battle tactic maps. I will definitely use them if I ever need to fight 3 crabs myself. You know the pirates better than I do. Is there a spirited one among you that, you know, is the communicator, the language speaker of the group?
I guess it depends on the language you're looking for, lass. Is there a particular one?
Always been fascinated is either, you know, dwarf or goblin or something that I know a few, but those are the 2 that I'd be definitely looking for.
As he kind of considers it, he's kind of, you know what? I think I have a one. Hold on. And he raises a hand. Bartholomew! And calls over a large dwarf who is red in beard and hair that is just long that comes in curls around his shoulders. He's kind of looks kind of looking at this very odd pairing of this small individual with this very large pirate. As he looks down, just sees maps and battle plans, very confused about what he's possibly getting dragged into.
Good sir, I've heard that you're the one that is the language speaker of your group, and you know Dwarvish. I would love to learn if you'd be willing to help teach me at least a few phrases.
He honestly looks a little bewildered because this is not something that somebody has asked him. But he also looks a little proud because somebody has asked him about his native tongue. I suppose I could teach you some phrases and things.
Beautiful. I'm willing to. Would you like a drink? Like,
I've actually got one. I just left it at the other table, and he'll go and retrieve it and sit down across from you.
I would just, again, I'm a researcher, and I'd love to know and many languages, and that way I can read and speak and find more information. Any interesting phrases or good common ones would be great, or if you know of also a good book that I can then continue learning while I'm on the road.
Sure, yep. And he'll go and start teaching you common phrases while you're sitting here. He'll drink a couple of rounds with you, but he won't drink enough to get him any kind of drunk, since he is now very invested in making sure that he is conveying his heritage to you correctly. So he sits there and teaches you a couple of common phrases, and at the end of it, does provide you with a book himself that is in Dwarvish, that is common Dwarvish phrases. It almost looks like a tourist book, like one that you would pick up when you go to a different country, and it's translated English to whatever, that way you know what you're saying to someone. It's kind of like that, but it's a basic one, but he hands it to you.
Are you sure? Like, I will pay for this.
No. I'm just impressed that somebody wants to learn.
Well, again, I read both the short history of doors and the long history of doors, and was enraptured by both of them, and I'd love to read them both in the native language.
Oh, well, I was watching your camera. You unfroze and then froze again. I was like...
Oh, even in the better, like, eye position. This is great.
Yeah. I was like, oh, cool, she's oh, never mind.
That is the most majestic blink.
Well, I don't currently have those histories on me, but I can keep an eye out and let you know. I'll be here for a few days in port.
Any good book or things that I may learn, it would be great and greatly appreciated. And oh my gosh, you were, like, such a beautiful person. I can't thank you enough.
It's not a problem. I'm just impressed someone wants to learn. But I do need to retire to my ship for the evening. It's been lovely getting to know you.
Yes, and I will definitely come and chat if I see you around before I leave. I'm not quite sure when we're leaving this town or not. But thank you. And she like clutches it to her chest of like very proud, and then like kind of nods to both of the men and goes like, "Thank you. I think I'm gonna keep learning tonight," and then wander up to the room.
Yeah. But there's nobody else you want to talk to. You got what you wanted. You were happy with that interaction.
Unless there's anyone like she can see like that looks very interesting in the whole tavern.
Do you want to roll for it?
Sure. What do you want?
Roll me. That's a good question. You can roll me investigation if you're actively looking, or perception, which either one is higher for you.
Okay, she'll use investigation. She'll kind of move away from the table, get to the kind of a side of her room, survey, and she's looking for someone that looks out of place, that doesn't look like a pirate or a sailor.
Ooh, interesting. Alright, let me look and see who I've got here.
So that'll be a 15.
15? Cool.
Yeah. I would like to find the shady person sitting in the back that doesn't look like, a known
Oh,
criminal.
no.
I'm saying if there's a particular individual that you spot. I gotta find her first though. Where is she? Goodness gracious. I know she's in here. I made her here a bunch.
It's always terrifying when your
Ah,
dungeon
there she
master
is.
goes,
Cool.
I wonder if they're here.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I wonder if they're here.
You're supposed to know.
Well, the answer is yes, she is, because I rolled a nat 20 on if she was or not.
Sweet.
So, as you are looking around, kind of looking, you see one individual who looks out of place. They almost remind you of Cersei a little bit, and at first glance, you're like, is that? No, that's not. She is currently without a hat, but she wears a brown corset, a black peasant top, brown pants, and black boots with a purple sash around her waist. You do not see a weapon currently on her, but she's wearing gold earrings as she is currently sitting at the bar having a drink. She's got black hair, and as you kind of walk by, you see that her skin is actually all blue and shimmery.
Raven, is there a seat beside her?
There is a seat beside her. Nobody else seems to be talking to this individual yet.
So Raven's gonna go over to the bar and take a seat beside her.
You take a seat beside her.
Is she drinking something?
She is drinking something.
Okay.
She is. She has a tankard in one hand. She's just kind of got her arms on the bar, just enjoying her drink. Kind of looking around a little bit. She'll look over to you. Yes? Did you need something?
I'm from out of town, and I always like coming to taverns and looking for good stories, and you don't look like either a traditional pirate or sailor.
We'll throw her here and forge a fun shirt now. She kind of shrugs a little. She's like, what do you consider a stereotypical pirate or sailor?
Well, considering they all look like the ones that I've just seen outside on the ship, as this is one of my few times in a port city, think of very touristy, like the shop down the road.
I suppose that's fair enough, given the town that we're in. But, no. I guess I would not be like the majority that you normally see. It's a pleasure to meet you. What was your name?
I'm Raven, and you?
Yuna, as she puts out a hand.
Oh shit!
Pleased to meet you, Yuna.
Good day.
Oh shit!
I'll see it.
She'll shake your hand. It's a firm grip, and as she shakes your hand, you notice that there are just calluses upon calluses on her hands. These are hands that work often. She'll shake your hand. Well, was there anything you were needing from me, or were you just saying hello?
You've got a mighty fine grip, and you've obviously worked hard. Do you have one of the boats out front?
You could say that. The one with the blackened hull is mine.
I can't remember the name from last session.
You mean the
Loyal lady.
You mean the loyal lady?
The Loyal Lady. That's your ship?
She is.
Mighty fine ship, I may say.
Thank you. I try.
This awkward flirting.
This is flirting. Just wait.
Oh, great.
It's okay, I'm already attracted to Yuna. I think she's already
attracted.
good. You said strong callous hands and like a strong grip, and I was like, yes. Give it to me.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah, it's mine.
I don't know what to say. I've never met I haven't really met ship captains before, and I don't know the protocol. Should I bow?
I would rather you didn't. That would be reserved for the Pirate Queen herself, not me.
Pirate Queen?
I'm guessing
Would
you
Raven
don't
know
hang
about
out
it?
by ports very often.
No. I'm from a inland town, actually, and I've traveled around. I've mainly stuck to towns that I'm more familiar with and not quite the ocean.
Well,
So,
if you ever come across Her Majesty, then you bow to her.
and Her Majesty's name is?
We just say Queen.
Oh. Does she sail a mighty fine ship like you?
She sails a ship and owns an island, but that's neither here nor there. She doesn't sail often, though.
Ah, and you do?
Quite often.
Well, if I, for a meal or for a drink, can I hear a tale of yours?
I suppose I don't get to talk to like this type of chat very often. I suppose. And she actually will not allow you to buy her a drink, as she orders two and orders you one and sits it down in front of.
As Raven was still nursing her first, she
well,
finished.
There's a second.
She will quickly finish her first one and grab a hold of the second one and.
I like Yuna already.
Oh yeah, she's quite a lady.
She's cool.
All power.
And as you're sitting there, now you finish the first one, drink the second one, she does start telling you a tale from her younger days when she ferried across to Amara's island, which you do have on your map, a party of adventurers, and goes into the plights and exports of the adventures that she had with this party. It's not a party you recognize, it's not the Loyal Steel or anything. It's just a normal party who had to deal with a beholder. It's a beautiful tale as she launches into it, but a little less boisterous and without as much grandeur as the previous pirate, because this is a captain who's used to seeing that kind of thing. She's not going to boast her own adventures.
Raven takes grand interest in it and will channel her inner Coraline and pepper her with questions about the beholder and also her fighting style, of what her preferred weapons are, and take a interest in how she fights.
So she will tell you that her preferred weapon is dual cutlasses. she will tell you that they're just not currently on her because as you ask that, she's like, well, dual cutlasses are my weapons of choice, but I left them back on the ship because she nods back to the group of pirates that are back in the tavern. I've got plenty of men here with their own weapons on hand.
Fair enough. They're also great storytellers, and
they're a little loud and a little annoying at points, but not for the most part.
Fair enough. At this point, Raven will put a hand on her shoulder and go, are you in town for very long?
Are you sure this isn't flirting? Because this sounds like flirting to me.
This sounds like flirting.
This whole episode has been flirting, not flirting.
I love
not
it.
Flirting.
Are you gonna be in town for a little while? Because I'm new in town.
Jeez, guys, come on.
And for backstory, I will pepper in the fact that I am gay. Sorry, I watched way too much John Mulaney.
She'll let you. She'll kind of look at the hand for a second, raise an eyebrow, but not do anything about it. Okay. Yeah, I'm in town for a couple of days.
I've never really fought with cutlasses or seen anyone. Would it be possible if you're not doing anything tomorrow could I come by your ship and you could show me how you fight?
You girls kill me. Jesus Christ. I watched all of you pose. I was like, yeah. Oh.
I have a lot of emotion.
It's the eyebrows. Like,
I'm so glad my camera's frozen because this is better.
No, I hate
damn it.
All right,
I need to. I want to see you put your hand out.
She'll kind of. Oh. Tell you what, come by the ship tomorrow, and I'll give you a lesson.
You are as kind as you are beautiful. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Is it a 1v1 lesson or is it like?
How is that not flirting?
She after that conversation, she kind of gives you a little wink and a smile. She's like, I have other things to attend to now, and he like gets up, puts a couple of pieces of gold. If you want to buy yourself another drink, go right ahead, and she'll leave.
Raven will still sit there and go, well, if someone's paying for a drink, pull out the Dwarven book and drink and read the book at the bar for a little bit.
Cool. All right. So we will. Are you going to go to bed after you sit there for a little while?
Yeah, she'll finish her third drink. Go, well, that was a lot of alcohol with a lot of Dwarvish, and then meander her way up the stairs.
Cool. So Coraline, Talus, and Raven are now all in bed. Cool. Okay, so that leaves Relaford and Cersei. Cersei, you are venturing out into the water with the head in your hands.
Gross.
Gross. What are you doing with it?
She's gonna take it from his Radiford's cloak, and she's just gonna walk into the ocean. She's probably gonna cast light at some point because it is nighttime underwater, so very dark. And she's just gonna walk as deep as she feels is necessary, probably to a large grouping of rocks, and she's going to kind of weight his head down and kind of just put it under some shell and everything, just trying to keep so that it doesn't bob to the surface. And just she's gonna kind of stand over because she, in her head, this is pretty much a good funeral, is returning something back into nature. And she's gonna kind of just say, Quill, no one should have died. Your husband might not have done everything right, but his death might not have been handled correctly. And then you took that pain and amplified it. You stole lives from Asmar. And I cannot imagine the heartbreak that you experienced that turned your soul so bare that it would cause you to steal the joy from others in the same way that your own joy was snatched from you. And you've left some sorrows behind, And unfortunately for many people, that is going to be your memory. I hope that your body will bring more goodness to the earth in your death than some of your actions have brought to it in your life. And new life will grow back in Asmar, and new life will grow from you here. Your pain cannot stamp them out. And may the earth and the wild mother remember you, and may your crimes be forgotten. And she's going to kind of just pat it again and walk back onto shore.
Cool. But before you do, roll me a perception
Love
check.
that. Heck.
Roll me a perception check, please.
We're going to do a perception check. Lordy, under the water, under the sea.
Oh,
Natural 19 plus. What was it?
That worked out so
That
well.
was so good. Perception for me.
So that'd be 26.
26? Oh,
oh wow.
you're underwater still.
I am super wise.
You're underwater still.
I am still underwater.
So
Great.
you read Quill his funeral rite. You put the head in a safe space where it's not going to bob to the top, where it's going to do the most good instead of harm. And you turn and you go to start swimming back to the top. But as you turn, you left him. Before you is a figure that is floating in the water. Her hair is red and curly. She is beautiful, and you have seen her once before. She only smiles. She says nothing. But you feel a warmth of her approval for the action that you've just done. And just with a quick wave of the hand, she disappears. And you continue swimming to the top.
Got Mama's approval. Let's go.
And you are able to return back to Rutherford without a second incident.
Rutherford will notice that Cersei just grinning ear to ear like, yes. Which is not usually a face that you would want after someone buried a body, just to be like, yeah.
It's a very strange thing. She just put a head in the ocean and now she's come up with a huge smile on her face.
The whole time that she was underwater, he'll just be standing guard, just on the shore.
What is Rutherford doing? What's Rutherford thinking about while Cersei is gone for those few moments?
He's just sort of standing there, arms crossed, looking over the water, looking at the moon, sort of humming a tune to himself, and just sort of thinking that the full moon is coming soon, and hopefully he'll get a sign from Selune or something.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and after that, Cersei, you're able to come up back to the shore, grinning very widely.
Should we go get a drink?
I'll take it that was a success.
Aye. The fish will make short work of him. He's only ahead now, and the skull will make a good landing for corals and the like. Very good.
And
And I think I'm in the right direction. She's just gonna kind of be holding her amulet and like, let's go.
all right.
As you guys are walking back, you can see one figure walking on the deck back to her ship. As you see Yuna, having left Raven in the bar, and is walking. But at this point, you can kind of see a silhouette of her as she's putting on her tricorn hat and going up on her own deck, which that black hulled ship is still sitting in the docks. You're able to go, and are you going to hang out in the tavern for a little while? Or are you going to go and sleep? You two. Cersei and Rutherford.
Did you want to get a drink? I mean, we've drank a bit already today, but I think it's quite faded off.
I hope it doesn't come off wrong, but I always just assume that you want a drink.
I mean,
This episode of Rectification. Gods, mead, and alcoholism.
I
And
mean,
flirting
And
I think
one-on-one.
it's
and
flirting.
It's like reveals, flirting, alcoholism.
I think it's just like palpable sexual tension is like
There we go.
like I feel like that's what's going on here.
I mean, I do enjoy it. It's a little bit part of my culture to just anytime that there's food or celebration, mourning, struggles, happiness, it's normally shared with a feast, food, wine, ale, well, mead.
Mead.
Normally it's normally the case that it is how what would be said? It just goes well with the situation.
I understand that. If you're
It's
not feeling like you're actually drinking, the grandeur sounds like they're heading out early in the morning, so trying to catch him beforehand will probably mean getting some decent sleep.
That is true. For me, at least, I mean, I don't mind taking a drink or anything like that, but I mean, it's like how you would not have eggs without bacon or coffee without sugar or cream for some people. Ivy.
Hey, don't come for me like that. Black coffee all the way.
No, I'm outing myself because I put so much sugar and cream in my coffee.
Oh, I know where we
Oh,
stand.
me too.
Alright, but yeah, either way, if you go for a drink, nothing eventful happens because either way you're able to easily go and get a long rest. You all have taken a long rest. Are you
Woo!
doing Rutherford, are you praying or are you sleeping in the room? Just for my clarification.
Yeah, I was actually gonna do a little RP with Cersei really quick if that was fine.
Absolutely.
If we did end up going to take a drink.
Yeah. Thank you. And then after that we will take a break.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's short. What do you think of this masquerade that's coming up?
As far as I can remember, I've never had an opportunity like this, and I do see it as sort of an opportunity. Obviously, it's kind of sketchy. Natalie seems very nice, and Talus is asking about for this, so I don't think it's probably too bad. But at the same time, if Natalie is saying, "Oh, sort of be the models of my clothes," well, she's obviously a person who's made a dress for the princess and stuff. She probably has higher society friends who would be better advertisements for her. But it kind of comes down in my head that we're going to be traveling with Talus. We've already decided to trust her enough to travel with her. So if she's asking us to do this, then we have to trust her enough to figure this is good. And anyways, I just asked to come here to Flimwell. And you guys agree to that, so I can't just go back around and say, no, I'm not going to go to a ball. Also, I've always lived a sailor's life. As far as I can remember, it's pack light, practical clothing, work hard, follow the orders. Going to a ball has never been an opportunity that I could have even imagined. So it's kind of exciting. But that's a lot of my thoughts. I know that you don't seem particularly
Well, I just
eager.
I've been in the same clothes. Well, not the same clothes, but I've been in the same sort of outfit for as long as I can remember. There's always armor and mobility. She told me I'd look good in a red suit, and I don't think red is my color. I mean, it's my color after battle, but not for fancy. I feel like my claws would rip everything. I don't know.
You look good in green.
Well, I like the green. If we have to, I'll maybe ask her for something green. But, yeah, I'm not exactly here nor there for it. I would prefer not to be around such fancy people. You don't exactly see that many, wolfkind around. So I feel like I would draw a lot of attention, and I know Coraline is a bit for disguises and whatnot, so I don't want to draw too much attention to us. I mean, you've got the. I mean, you and I both are quite different in our own. I mean,
I bet you like.
yeah.
Well,
Got the water genasi and a giant wolf kind. Scouted
well,
it.
it is a
Nothing wrong
bull.
with
Everybody's there to be seen, I assume.
I guess. I just hope I don't get poked and prodded.
Anyways, even if we are a little odd, who are we to anybody? People are going to be more interested in who they know, I would imagine.
I have been a lot of places and seen a lot of things, so who knows?
Who's to say?
Either way. Well,
Anyways, that'll be fun. Hopefully.
it is getting late. We should probably go since you want to go see your crew off in the morning.
Yeah, it's going to be weird seeing them sail away without me. I've always been on the ship, not seen it leave.
Aye, that is a different. It is a different outlook. Should be interesting.
Aye. Well then, good night, Rattlesore.
Good night to you. I'll go up there. Yeah, I do my normal prayer offering thing to Selena.
Cool. Okay. You guys are able to all get a long rest. So,
Yes,
with that,
I will have spells again.
with that, we're going to take our 15-minute break. Give all of you a chance to stretch your legs and everything else, and then it'll be the next day, so you get to do a couple of other things. So, we'll go to our break screen. We'll be right back.
sucking that belly.
Seven and like
Yes, just sucking that belly right there. We got it well.
Someone pull up the big silver 9 inches.
Alright, cool. You all have had a long rest.
Cool, because I need one.
Cool. You all have had a long rest at this point. So yeah. You guys have your long rest. It's kind of quiet for you all. Nothing of note really happens. You all are peaceful.
Oh, I meant to say something. Oh, never mind. It's okay.
You all have done your nightly rituals, writing to your patrons, praying, setting your altars, whatever you do. You've done that, and you've woken up. It's bright and early. Cersei, you looking at the sun, knowing how you operate, and knowing how your crew operates, you know you have time to go say goodbye. So, you've woken up early enough. You're used to that. You're up at the crack of dawn. You're aware you have time. They have not left yet. If you look out your window, you can still see the ship in the dock, so you're aware. But is there anything in particular you guys want to do, or your normal morning routine, where you go down, get breakfast, coffee, etc.? Anything extra?
I don't know if I can catch everyone before Cersei leaves, but
Yeah, you'd have some time while you're walking down.
bye.
Bye!
Bye, guys!
Yeah.
I got my coffee to go.
Coraline has her pirate variant outfit on from what she purchased last session, so
Oh yeah, Raven has her new digs on.
Uh-huh.
yeah, the new variant.
You all look like
we're-
pirates at the moment. That's just how
We
Looking
all
like
look-
a proper crew.
we are tourists. Is what
You're really a crew without a ship.
exactly.
So tell us, let's say you catch everybody before Cersei heads out. We'll eventually come down. Rattleford groggily before having his coffee. You all are able to sit down.
I hope you've considered my offer of going to the ball. I think it'd be very fun. If so, then I suggest we go to Nat Lee's a little bit later today when she opens shop so that we can let her know what it is that we'd like. She's very good at making special orders.
Are you sure about this? It's a huge offer.
Yes. I've been waiting so long.
On one condition, and at this point Raven turns to Coraline and be like, okay, I saw you and Cersei dancing, and I really have 2 left feet, I believe, because no one's ever asked me to dance, and I've never been to a ball, so would you be able to teach me?
Oh,
I will
there's
absolutely be able to teach you.
You're the best!
All might need lessons.
dancing.
Welcome to dance lessons.
I don't think you
I will
understand. I'm
absolutely be-
going to crush somebody's foot.
I will make sure that's what happens. I will definitely give you all a proprietary lesson 101. All right?
No
Don't
joke.
want to be embarrassed.
Imagining Rad doing.
Me having been actually a dancer, I'm like, oh my god, I know exactly how terrible he's gonna be as a dancer. Because I remember when I first started. Oh no.
This is true. Why do you have to like single it out like that?
So you remember what you just said you were a chill with.
She wrote in she promised. She swore on Adonis. So
we're going to this.
Kind of exciting.
So that means that we need fancy clothes. Oh god.
Aye.
You'll look fabulous, Rad. We know that.
I mean, if you wore a red suit, it would bring out the red in your eye.
No. The only time that I prefer red on my body is after a very, very, very hard battle. So
Well, you're going to need something to cover up that.
pointing to your shoulder.
don't
That's
need
cinch.
to point out.
I'm just letting you know. We don't want to be embarrassed. There's a lot of very important people that are going to be there.
And you don't need to point it out. I'm already insecure about it.
You look great.
Just
I-
win them over with your
I
charming
believe-
personality.
I
Nat-
blame you.
Make you look good and feel comfortable.
Yes. So,
I don't blame you, but I blame you. For this.
so yeah, tell us. You get the go ahead from all of them that yep, apparently you're going. Yeah, you'll know that Natalie will open up shop in a little while. She's a pretty early riser herself, and she normally goes in early before she opens shop, so she's not quite open yet. So you guys do have a little bit of spare time to go see Cersei's crew and say goodbye, or stop off and see your new favorite captain.
A new favorite captain. My captain.
Well,
of
you don't know
captain.
it about that yet.
Nope.
Raven.
I know. We don't know.
So
You're gonna be chummy with like the sea pirate and be like, when?
so what? Wait. All right. So the 5 of you are sleeping.
Wait. Before we. Okay, I
So-
thought we were heading out.
No, before you leave, is there anything else you wanted to do before you head off to see the rest of them while you're sitting here?
I wanted to pull Talus aside and ask Talus, is there a way we could possibly meet with Nat earlier before everybody else gets there? For the show.
Yeah.
Alright.
You and I can go earlier. We've got nothing else going on.
Raven
Go
should-
beans.
Raven should ask her pirate friend for a date.
Hey, you don't know about that yet.
Alright, so yeah, where are the 5 of you headed then?
Does Cersei invite us with her to the seeing off of her crew?
Of course. If I'm headed out to see. I'm heading out to the docks. Would any of you like to come along?
I'll come with you.
Sure.
No, I'm good.
Me and Talus are going to go look at the bookshop that's over there. So
Oh.
we'll meet you guys later.
Insight. I'm kidding.
I'm joking.
Inside, they are not lying. We are all researchers.
Why would it?
It's not
that seems
unbelievable.
Like a very normal comment because all of you have seen each other look at books, etc. Alright, cool. So yeah, Talus and Coraline, you guys are able to easily leave and head out. The other 3 of you are able to easily make your ways to the docks. You can see as you approach the torrent that there are it's very busy for being this early in the morning, as a crew normally is when they're about to set off back into the ocean. You can see a couple of people that you recognize as they're walking quickly back and forth. The gangplank is still down, so if you want to just walk up, you can. They're kind of expecting you, so it wouldn't be weird for you to do so.
100%. Just rides right on board.
Cool. You stride right on board. You see a couple of your fellow crewmates kind of wave as they're going about their business. Caps down below as they continue on.
Thank you.
Are you looking for Captain? Is that who you're looking for first?
Yeah, she'd be looking for probably Captain or Marin.
So Marin is down below with the Captain currently. Cool. I just had to get their hero forges. I have all of them. Cool. There we go. Okay, so yeah, you're able to quickly go below deck. You see a couple of people that kind of give you hugs as you pass by, give you a clap on the back, tell you to behave yourself and do a good job, and they'll see you soon. It's just the general words of encouragement as you walk down. As you walk into the captain's quarters, which the door is open and ajar, so you're not intruding, Marin and Captain Havlick are sitting there having a conversation, both enjoying a nice cup of coffee themselves since it is early and the crew is handling everything else at the moment. They smile when you walk in with your friends.
Morning. How you feeling about sailing off today?
It's good. It's gonna be weird without you, but good overall. Marin is just sipping her coffee, just kind of letting the captain converse for a second.
You mentioned yesterday. I just remember yesterday that you mentioned that either the route that you were traveling. Wow. I had a sentence and then it dissipated as soon as I opened my mouth.
It's hard.
That struggle.
It's hard. You got it. Alright, start again. Try again.
You mentioned yesterday that your cargo was going to be them rubies, and you said that they're for a guild. What was the name? We never actually talked about it because we didn't have the manifests.
I believe it's for the Forge Guild, actually.
Forge Guild. I don't know anything about the Forge Guild. No thoughts.
You're just like,
For a second, I heard.
yes. You as Cersei would know that this is not the first time you've delivered to members
Right.
of that guild, but you really don't know much about it other than they use them in weaponry.
It took me a second because I heard forage, like
Forge.
foraging. I'm like, that doesn't make much sense, but
No.
okay.
We forage.
Forge makes
we
so much
forage
more
for the ore. No. No. I believe that's who they're for. I'd have to look at the manifest again, but
And you said that you're heading northward. I know that this trip itself is probably not going to take it by the obscurity, but it occurred to me last night that I should probably mention that something went weird over there, apparently. So if you ever happen to go by the obscurity, please be careful, give it a wide berth.
always, you know we're careful.
I know.
And then Mary kind of raises her hand. She's like, "You mean I'm always careful?"
That's exactly what I meant.
Are you staying with your companions for a little while then?
I think that we came across something that was actually a part of the mission that the Wild Mother sent us off to. I think we maybe got a glimpse of it, and I think that sticking with them is probably the best chance I have of figuring out what is all going on there. So I'm going to be sticking with them.
And Mary will kind of smile from where she's sitting. Well, when you're back and ready to return to us, drop us a line. This is your home just as much as it is ours.
Well, I'm going to be definitely sending sending all of you messages, keeping you updated on where we are and how we are.
Good. And Marin will put down her coffee and stand up. She'll outstretch her arms. Give me a hug.
Of course.
And Captain will do the same and put down his coffee on his desk right next to the map of the ocean and stand up as his big burly self and kind of fix his coat. Put out his arms. I may not have had any children of my own, but you're like a daughter to me, so please be safe.
Of course. Don't go picking up any strangers in the middle of the sea. You never know what you're going to get.
I've only done it once and it came out wonderfully, so I will do so again. He'll look to the rest of you that are standing there. Take good care of her. And each other.
Aye, aye, Captain.
They have so far. I'm sure they'll do it again.
I'm sure.
And I'll try to.
Talus just like, Ruby.
I'm
Good thing
there.
Talus
I know.
isn't with
I
It's a
am
good
not
thing.
even there.
No, as you kind of finish up your goodbyes, he'll drop a pouch of gold in your hand. That's for expenses. Take care of yourself.
You're too generous, Captain. Thank you, and thank you for everything you've done for me up to this point.
Well, whenever you're ready to return to us.
Always.
And you'll get your hugs, and you're kind of able to have those very sweet conversations right before you leave. As you step back out on the deck, the rest of the crew, having been aware of your presence, has kind of gathered around to give you hugs and well wishes and goodbyes as a whole, and you are able to step off the deck with your party. And they'll kind of give you all their like well wishes and encouragement. And as you step off the deck, I'll pull up the gangplank, lower the sails, and they will start moving. And from the deck, you can see Marin and the captain give you little waves as they're starting to call out and bark orders at the rest of the crewmates. And you are left on the docks for the first time since you've joined the ship.
I really did think that it was super hard the first time when I left and I knew they were in port. And I was alone. I was alone that time. And then she's gonna kind of just like reach out to Rattlefur's paw and Raven's hand and just go, "Thank you for not letting me be alone this time."
You won't be as alone as long as you're with us.
Very true.
And then she's going to grab her amulet and she's going to send pray a blessing of the Wild Mother for smooth seas and good winds for her crew. And as she's standing there, just huge streams of tears are just running down her face, and just kind of very much like with Mia's funeral, it just does not seem to be an end.
No. Raven just like gives her a hug.
Brad kind of pats her back as Raven's hugging her.
Ready for some new adventures?
Yes. Let us go.
As you leave that embrace of their company, we transition over to Talus and Coraline, who have left the three of them and are on their way to Netley's needleworks very early in the morning to go have some conversation beforehand.
I'm assuming the front door is open.
It
Do I
is.
know like the back door? Alright, I'll go to the back entrance. While we're walking there.
Oh, wait, didn't she just say the front door is open?
No, she said it's closed. I said it's
Oh, okay. I thought I misheard that. Sorry.
it's open, and I just like nah. Closed it.
No, I gotta be sneaky about it.
That's a very Talus thing to do. No, back door.
This door seems suspicious.
That's suspicious. That's weird. Yeah, no, it's locked. You go around the back.
While we're walking over there, I'll tell Coraline, I'll say, there is some benefits to traveling with companions that do stick out, such as Cersei and Rad. And it's that people will pay attention to them and lose focus on other party members.
Exactly.
That's definitely true. I mean, granted, I mostly decided to start traveling with Cersei because she was so new to me and unlike anything I've ever seen before. But now that I'm out in the world, it seems that there's a lot I don't know about. And I'm learning every day. So thank you for that information. Do.
Yeah, as you open the back door and kind of peek in, Natalie will look over and see you and gesture you and come on. Good morning. She looks just as prim and as proper as the day before.
All of that. Good morning, Natalie. I have great news. Looks like my party is going to be joining me at the ball.
Wonderful.
And we'll be happy to display and model your pieces of work.
Absolutely wonderful. She looks to Coraline. I'm guessing you have some specifications of what you're looking for?
I do, actually. Coraline will go into her second book that she carries around, her drawing and notepad of all of her sketches, and she'll go through a couple and pull out a couple of the ones that she's done of the night sky, of the galaxy and all the other stuff and all the stars, and hold them out to her. Do you have anything with this type of pattern on it? Or design?
She'll take it. You have exquisite exquisite taste. I think I have just the thing for you. And she hands it back as she goes and starts looking through a couple of fabrics. Was there anything else that you were needing?
I do.
And Coraline will take off her hat and not be brown hair and instead of orange, but her eyes are still gold.
Right, right, of course.
I will say
I need-
Natalie wants a similar treatment as I usually have.
Coraline will be looking away and trying not to have her eyes at all change.
I need to not be discovered to look like this if anything was to happen.
I specialize in just that. And as she's
I have been told.
pulling out a couple of fabrics and putting them on the table, you can see a couple of sheer patterns. You can see a couple of colors and different swatches of what you provided her with. And she's kind of looking over. Let's see, and she'll kind of like, come here.
I will go. As I am looking, is there anything that looks like Evergarden wear?
Something that you would see them wear.
Mm-hmm.
Not in this location. If
Okay,
it was,
cool.
You don't see it.
Cool.
Let's see, and she'll kind of look you over and walk around you. Okay, I think I've got what I need.
She just knows.
Oh, she just knows.
24 waist, we're good.
I know. That's basically it. She's like, are you wanting long sleeves, short sleeves? What about top? And she'll kind of ask for a general description, which you can provide her with.
I will provide a general description of the dress.
And as she pulls in the couple,
No,
she'll put down a couple of fabrics. Wonderful.
more like this way. Yeah.
She'll jot down. She'll kind of pull a pen and jot down a couple of things. Wonderful. Talus, my love, what about you?
Well, that was happening. I was very entertained watching it happen.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, it's so fun.
You're used to being the one that's standing there having this treatment. You're not used to seeing somebody else getting it.
I want a long gown, something that I can easily move in. And I'll just also give a general description.
You're all getting pockets in your gowns. And your kill. You're all getting
I'm definitely getting a dagger sheath on the
Oh,
thigh.
yeah, absolutely.
But it's going to be for my book instead.
And then she takes down the general description. Great. I think that's all. I'm gonna assume that you're other.
I do have a question though.
Oh yes.
Do we have control of what our appearance will look like under?
Well, do you mean under the mask? Because.
Or what the mask will provide?
Because the mask works similar to your hat. It's basically disguised self in a mask. You can change your form, etc., etc. It's quite cool, actually. But do you mean like underneath that?
Oh, yeah. I guess that will be part of your job, Talus, then.
Towards under the mask, yeah.
Yeah. So generally, you can kind of see what you want. It works as an alter disguise self, so you'll be able to choose kind of what you want to look like.
He'll be double disguised.
Double disguise.
All the disguises. All right, cool.
It's like when
That was
you
mostly
take
a
off
question
pair
for
of
Nat.
glasses and there's another pair of glasses underneath.
I'm a right.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna say the rest of the party is stopping by later today. Yes.
Sure.
Yes, we'll be coming back, but we didn't meet you
No.
during this time.
Believe me, I know how Talus operates, and she'll go,
I'm slowly learning how she does too.
and she'll start going back to pulling down fabrics and everything else. Make sure you lock the door on your way out.
I do like a circle. Anything at the Evergardens. No? Cool.
Nope.
Sweet.
You're very aware of how your brother's preferred fashion taste, and you see none of
Yeah.
it.
Damn it.
I'm gonna ask Coraline, where is Scritches?
Where is
Liner.
Scritches? How bizarre.
What is our
Well, I was going to mention this earlier. I was trying to get the bird to go check out the black ship. See what was going on over
Circle
there.
around it, circle above it.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we can say that's where they are. That's fine.
Because Coraline doesn't know anything about the black ship. She's just
Nope.
interested in it.
Nope. And through your bird's eyes, you can see Una above deck, ordering around a couple of other burly-looking pirates.
Whenever that happens, though, it's like a... Alright, cool. Because you can't see shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird disassociation moment. Alright, I'm back.
Are you
Oh,
gonna
I
tell
feel
Talos
so
where-
dizzy.
Are you gonna tell Talos where they are?
Corla, Squirches is enjoying his new form. I think.
he has a new form? That can happen? He's not a cat?
Oh. Wait, you saw him?
I didn't know that was Scritches.
Oh.
And I didn't see him. He was out in the hallway. I never
Well,
got
when I came up to the doorway, he was on my shoulder, and then he flew on my shoulder. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, I transformed Scritches into a raven. Because I can do that, apparently. So I did. I need to buy more incense now. Anyways.
Will he ever be a cat again?
Absolutely, he will be a cat again. I just was preparing for if we are going to do the ball. I wanted some eyes in the sky for whatever might be happening.
Okay.
Because I don't think they'll let cats into a ball.
I
But a
will-
bird can fly in.
Mm,
Or I can make him into
I don't know what kind
or a
of
snake.
bird security they have.
As you guys are having this conversation, walking back to the docks, you can
Bird
see
security.
the three other of your party members. Raven, are you going to Una's ship now? Are you going after
She
you
was
do Natalie your
planning-
specifications?
She was planning to head over after like Cersei has her moment and
Calm
she's
down.
like,
Right.
yeah, she's not going to leave her friend in the time of need.
Right. Uh-huh. Yeah.
She turns to them and goes, well, I met some really interesting last night, and I was just gonna head over and chat with them. Do you mind if I disappear off for a little bit? I'll meet you at Natalie's shop a little bit later for specifications, but again, I'm not quite sure if I can bring friends with me, so I'd rather not test my luck.
Who's your friend?
Well, I wouldn't say friend is more of I chatted up a lovely lady named Una, and she said she'd give me a cutlass lesson.
Wasn't that the...
Well, just make sure she doesn't cut ya.
That's it? He's just gonna say, like, good luck?
Raven will pull up her, like, actually, you would notice that anyway, because she normally has, like, shorter sleeves on. She, like, looks down at her arms and goes, I've plenty cut myself, and you just notice, like, nicks and scars all along her arms. I did that a lot myself when learning, like, my first weapon, so, that's not really a big deal.
Well, there's a difference between a nick and a killing wound, so that's what I'm saying.
Well, if you don't see me in, like, 2 hours, I'll probably be on our ship.
Please be careful.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
There's a gangplank down for the loyal lady. You are very easily walking forward.
Raven gives him a little wave and heads on over.
Cool. You do so. As you step aboard the ship, you'll see two pirates that you had talked to previously in the tavern the night before. One of which helped you learn Dwarvish, and the other of which told you a very boisterous story The large one, who is the loudest of them all, is off doing something else, but you can see him on deck. They kind of give you an eye when you walk in, just like not a side eye or anything else, just curiosity. The one that was the dwarven one, kind of aye lass, what can I do for you? So I wasn't expecting to see you so soon.
Well, I got talking with Una last night, and she said that she was going to give me a cutlass lesson.
Oh, from the captain. She normally doesn't give out those. Let me go grab her for you. And they'll step below deck, leaving you on a ship. The darkened hole and the blackened wood spreads across the entirety of the ship. This is a very dark-looking vessel, which you can very easily notice that. But from what you can see and the knowledge that you know about ships, very minimal it may be, it's very well looked after. Eventually you'll see Una come up from below deck with this large other pirate, and she has a large smile on her face. You took me up on the offer then. You're here.
Really? You're so kind and generous for offering, and it is a weapon that I would love to learn, and I would love to be shown by someone that's obviously skilled in it.
Well, you've come to the best then. And she will hand over one of her own cutlasses and pull the other from her waist. What do you train in?
Raven will point to her shield and rapier that she carries and goes, normally a rapier?
Well, it's not the same, but similar. If you want to put those off to the side, I'll have one of the men watch it for you. They wouldn't dare touch it. And kind of eyes the rest of the crew like this is an order. And as soon as she says it, you can see them stiffen a little. She is one who has obviously commanded their respect. Is not to be played with. So, one of them takes it as you hand them off, stands there off to one side awkwardly. Now this is his whole job.
Hey, at least it's an easy job, come on.
It's an easy job.
He is now wreck.
It is an easy job. But as she sits, like stands upon the deck with you, she does direct you through learning the cutlass. It's not as hard as you thought it was going to be, but if you will roll me a performance check.
Oh gosh.
It's not as hard as you
We'll
thought.
find out how well
Jeez.
you're actually
Nah.
doing.
With modifier, that's a 24.
Okay, yeah. So,
Nice.
as she is kind of instructing you through the basics of how to use it, you seem to pick it up really easy. This is not at all as hard as you thought it was going to be. And you're kind of boosted by the fact that she's giving you encouragement every time you do something right. Every time you swing it or you manage to parry a blow with her, she seems impressed. Your performance with it is very well. And at the end of it, after an hour and a half, she kind of takes a step back. Well, you're actually quite good at that. Have you considered switching?
I've only ever known the rapier. I've never really experimented, and, well, she, like, holds up her arms to show for all her nicks and scars, and, it's really hard learning from a book.
Oh, and she'll sheath the cutlass herself and put a hand out to examine your arm.
She holds up both her arms, and you can just see, for the sake of it, there is nicks and scars up and down her forearm, like as realistically she learned how to fight from a book.
Mm-hmm.
She'll kind of run a hand over it. You learned all of your fight skills from a book.
Yes.
That's impressive, actually, especially with how you've performed against me. She'll gesture to the individual who's holding your shield and rapier to hand them back. I'll tell you what. Keep that cutlass. And whenever we're around, come see me sometime and we'll train some more.
Oh no, like, this is yours. Like, I can't...
insist.
Is there anything I can give you?
I've got many a cutlass.
You are a very masterful teacher, and I this is a beautiful gift. Thank you very much.
Now, I do have some other things I need to attend to, but...
Of course.
If you ever see us in port, come see us sometime.
Like, she kind of does like that half little bow thing and accepting back her weapons, trying to figure out where to put this cutlass, because... thank you, and I will definitely, and if you ever need a hand with someone on land, I'm much more capable there than on sea.
I'll keep it in mind. I thought she goes off, somebody hands her paper as she starts walking below deck as the rest of the pirates are like, can we move again? And as she's below, they start going back to their individual tasks, leaving you to leave whenever you're ready to.
Raven gathers her stuff, Camp believes her good luck, and makes her way down the gangplank and to go find her friends and head to Natalie's. I don't know how I feel about this.
Everyone's face is my favorite thing in the world.
Now I have to figure out what is a cutlass? What type of weapon is it?
It's a sword. It's a short sword.
One-sided, a one-side blade slashing weapon.
Yeah, well, we could talk about the logistics.
Okay, cool. Raven will go also quickly off looking for a some sort of sheath for it, so she can properly carry it.
Alright, so, 2 of you made your way to the bookstore. The other 2 of you were able to easily find where the other 2 went. So Cersei and Ralliford were able to easily spot Coraline and Callus hanging out in the bookstore waiting for them. So as soon as Raven joins you, you were able to easily head over to Natalie's and finish up your measurements. The door is unlocked when you get there. It is now open.
Rattlefur is very hesitant to go in.
Oh, don't worry, it's not gonna bite you.
Do you try to push him in?
Yeah, with my -1 strength.
Hey, you could always kind of flat-footed.
I dare you to roll that.
To push you?
Yeah,
Alright.
I dare you.
If you are serious about pushing her, you do have to roll for it.
0?
Only in D&D, let's go!
I rolled a natural 1, and I have a -1.
I just like hearing 0. The door is ajar.
I literally like fall down on my ass.
So the door to Nat's Needleworks is open, and Rutherford's standing there very hesitantly. You're like, "Come on, it's not gonna bite you!" And you go to like slam against him, and you immediately stumble back, and there is no movement in any of Rutherford's stands.
No,
you
dude.
Rutherford, you just feel her bump into you, and then just stumble backwards.
Were you trying to accomplish anything with that?
I didn't know you stopped in the middle of the road.
Uh-huh. After you, darling.
From
No, I
inside-
insist.
From inside, Natalie's like, "Come on!" Like, 'cause she can see you all. I have many outfits to make. Come on.
Might as well head on in. Raven just wanders in.
Once again, you are met with the very beautiful interior of Nat's Needleworks. So there is many a fancy dress, suits, fabrics from all over. You walk in, and it looks like Natalie is hard at work at the sewing station. So you can see some blue fabrics. And she looks to you. Ah, wonderful. So I'm assuming that you all are going then to the ball since you're back here?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes.
All right.
They all agreed, yes.
Wonderful.
We'll be modeling for Natalie's Needleworks.
Wonderful. Do you all have a picture of what you want or an idea? I could come up with something by myself, but I'm sure you all have specifications. I don't know if any of you gotten something like this.
Coraline will do the same thing that she did earlier.
Yeah, she'll just go through the same thing, and she will act
Same.
Yep, and she will act like she is. Like, this is the first time. Same with Talus. When she gets to, she looks over, she's like, how about you? And she looks to Cersei.
I was thinking something open-backed, actually.
Beautiful. And she'll kind of, alright. Or do you just give, like, a general description of, like, the colors and things that you want? Cool.
Yeah, she's just gonna give, like, maybe something like this or this motif or something, but she's not gonna have, like, a drawing or anything, like,
Wonderful.
staple.
She'll, as she collects the pen from her hat, as she starts making down notes, she looks you up and down, writes again. Wonderful. And then she'll move over to the Raven. How about you?
What do people tend to typically wear to the balls, and how functional are they?
Oh, I can make them extremely functional. What are you looking for?
This is going to sound really weird.
Suit or dress or
Something I could fight in?
suit or dress.
It's a ball.
You would be surprised.
Raven turns to Coraline and goes, I've never been to one, but I've worked many library openings and book signings, and, well, you should see the book signing crowds. Sometimes you need to pick up a gnome and take them outside.
Natalie will pop up. She's right. Dress or suit?
I'm scared.
I will let you work your magic as the most functional thing that I can fight in, and she kind of, like, looks down and goes, you know, and, if you could potentially, I don't know, can weapons come to a ball? Coraline, I feel very lost here.
Natalie
I
will-
feel like that's not really a thing.
Don't worry.
They don't. I mean, concealed, but never out open.
She's right.
I leave it up to you, Natalie.
Wonderful. She'll kind of like walk around you. Alright. And then she comes to
Maybe-
Rutherford.
Such things as ceremonial outfit. Oh, would you,
What
Not
would make
red.
you feel more comfortable?
Something similar to what I'm wearing right now, but fancy. I don't do pants.
You know what? Neither do I. And she'll make a note. No pants. Period.
Love it.
No más pantalones.
What?
Rad shows up in a skirt.
Kilt. It's a
How
kilt.
weird.
Thank you.
Are you? And she's walking around you, like taking little measurement notes as she does. So, what color?
If we could keep it similar to the shade of green that I'm already wearing, that would be nice. Something stronger fabric. I feel like I'm going to.
I don't go cheap on fabrics. No. And she'll make a couple of notes, and she'll walk over to her desk and put the note down. Right. So I should have these done in a day or two, depending how quickly I can get them done. Additionally, I will have all of your masks made. I don't know if Talus has told you, but the masks, since it is a masquerade ball, work as a disguised self. So if you're wanting to change your hair to match your dress, or your eye color to match a sparkle, or just change something to match better, you can.
Really?
Of course, they'll
Alright.
match the outfits, but you can change your appearance however you'd like to do so.
That's very impressive.
Oh, this just got so much more entertaining.
It's a specialty of mine.
Is disguise self similar to your hat, Coraline?
It is exactly like my hat. Depends on. It can still be seen through if somebody tries to discern it so much. Now, are you making these masks for a lot of the individuals there?
Not these particular ones. While I provide masks for quite a few people for a said event. I am only really doing this for these ones.
Interesting. But yes, to the surface, they will look how you choose. But if you look hard enough, they will reveal what you look like truly underneath. Like if you did so with this. The hat.
But it might be fun to have a little bit of a change.
Give yourself ears, like longer ears, or change your hair, or whatever. But I've got
You can also make yourself appear a foot taller if you'd like.
Yes. Which some of us how to do that with. Like she doesn't. Natalie doesn't even look at Raven. She's just like, oh yeah, that's some of our gentlemen that want to be taller. Like do that whenever they would especially order these. And, no, let's see. She's looking like around the room at all the fabrics. Interesting. Okay, cool. I think I've got everything I need here. I'll have those done in a day or two. I'll send a messenger to come and fetch you all when it's done. Was there anything else that you were needing?
I can't think of anything actually.
And how many days was the ball?
So
I think it's
I said 5. You would
Okay.
have them in a day or two, so you would have 3 days left to travel and get to where you need to and do anything else that you needed to in the meantime.
How long do we have to wait for the dresses to be done, Natalie?
Just 2 days.
Yeah, just about 2 days.
Oh, 2 days. Okay, sorry.
So you've got about 5 days till the actual masquerade. Two until they're done. So you'll have 3 days between the time you get the dresses and the time that is the ball time. So if there's anything roleplay you want to do, we'll put it on those days. But for the most part, we'll just those will be travel days where you go to Homeside. Unless you want to do something in particular. Do you need to make a note? Cool. Okay.
Thank you for your generosity. It's quite an opportunity that you're handing us, it feels.
Oh, don't worry about it. It'll be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Now, how are we supposed to spread the word of Natalie's needlepoint?
She kind of smiles. She's like, I specially make all of these. My handiwork is well known. And you can obviously see the styles I create. But who it is that's done it? There's been a lot of copycats, but none of them can quite get it right. Yeah.
I believe.
If you'll excuse me, I am going to go get started on these. And she takes up the paper and we'll go to the back, where you can hear the rustle of fabrics as she starts pulling things down and getting things ready.
This is so exciting.
Is there anything else that you want to do?
We've mentioned it before, just very briefly, but since we are going to be traveling together, I was wondering if I have a certain spell that allows for certain health insurance, I suppose, life insurance. I have lived off of a sailor salary, so I cannot bump the price entirely myself. So I was wondering if you guys would like to, perchance, kind of put in a pot to...
What are you going on about?
Are you talking about actual health insurance?
I'm so
We've been trying to reach you
confused.
about your extended warranty.
Oh my god. 100%. No, more of, I am looking to purchase a diamond that would be 300 gold's worth, not because I have expensive tastes, but because I have a spell that if something goes horribly wrong and a snap and spread the diamond doesn't work, it will give you another chance at life. I'd like, since I'm not on that ship and I am with you, and we're going to be traveling together, I'd really feel better if I had the ability to keep you all alive and as safe as possible.
This feels more like life insurance instead of health insurance.
I don't know how insurance works. I've lived on a ship for a year and a half.
So we fully have insurance in this world.
Fantasy
I think
insurance.
that's the best part of this, is that there's somewhere out there an NPC
Then
who's
it
trying to
must
sell
be.
life insurance.
Awesome.
So, how much
We
gold
are
we
farmers.
We are NPCs. Let me see here. What did you just ask, Den?
How much gold are you asking for from us? Because if it's money, I'm actually not short on cash almost ever on coin. I've
The total.
I've
total
been around
worth
for a long time, so I've gotten a chance to accrue a good amount from things here and there.
The
I
total
also
worth.
still have a wedding ring that I can sell off.
Where are we gonna
Were you
find
married?
diamond around here? We're in a sailor town.
Well, if we do
No.
head up to Elmside for, the ball, Elmside is known for their exports in rare gems. And do you guys not know this information? All right. Well,
Do we?
that's
That depends. How much do you know about numbers?
How many of them write books?
How many?
we'll definitely
I
be able to
know
find one
this
in Elmside.
Would I know this information, Heidi?
Yeah, you would know that. Yeah, you would know that elms. Those of you who are familiar with nobility or any of the nobles know that the Vanette family is known for their exports of expensive gems and jewelry, and that is how they've gained their nobility, is their exports.
We can definitely pick it up on the way there. How much is it gonna cost is the question. I'm definitely more than willing to contribute.
Well, the total worth is 300 gold.
Oh, I can cover that.
You just have 300 gold on you.
Did your tutoring pay that much?
I hope you're carrying those in platinum, because if not, that's a heavy coin purse.
Or do you have a bag of holding?
I don't have a bag of holding.
Oh.
If we're all contributing, I can definitely contribute.
I will.
I have updated all the goals accordingly, because I have all your character sheet.
Well, I'm willing to contribute, and I'm also willing to contribute whatever I can sell this gold ring for, so...
Wait, were you married? Why do you have a wedding band?
I took it off a dead body?
What?
Sounds about right.
You interrogated him!
Wow, how could you? That is
Just tell us say it that way.
In the corner.
Oh no, how dare.
Wait, you took that's Quill's wedding ring?
He
All right,
wasn't
I'm just
gonna,
trying to get. I'm just trying to understand the situation here.
He
all right.
wasn't gonna need it. Adventuring is expensive! And also, it's good if you're ever walking down the road and you come across bandits and they go hand over all your stuff and you go throw something in the opposite direction of wealth and run.
Street smarts.
Don't fight him if you don't have to.
Okay, so. Right, are you waiting and holding on to it until you get to Elmside to sell it?
If listening to the group and they say that's a better shot to sell it there for more,
You would absolutely get a better shot selling it for more there.
then I'll hold on to it until and then.
Cool. Cersei, you would be able to purchase a diamond at Elmside somewhere.
Cool.
So to make this a little quicker, because I know where I want you all next week, or next session in 2 weeks. So you all
On the road again.
On the road again. You all are able to easily get your gowns and your outfits, which will be described in that episode. we're all very excited. It'll be great. So if you will make sure that you DM me your specifications if you have not already. Yes, if you have. So yeah, you are able to easily get that. Raven, you do see Yuna before they leave one more time at the tavern. Still flirty. She buys you a drink. It's great.
She'll spend a nice evening chatting with Yuna then.
Cool. Okay, you spend a nice evening chatting with Yuna.
That's of it.
Yeah, you're able to easily have that before they ship out while you're still in port.
Do you chat about that pirate booty or like?
Hey, professional.
Professional chatting.
Yeah. Full
Coraline,
weapons.
each sunset, Coraline is watching on like the docks. She will spend an hour just watching the sunset
Wonderful.
every night.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you spend that time. Talents, you at one point are able to go back to Pippin because you sent out a message to Lados to let him know that you do it. He does send you a short message. It just says, "Thank you. I'll tell you where to drop it off later." Just as general information. But yeah, you are able to easily get your outfits. Are you, when you get your outfits, headed straight to Elmside?
I'd assume so.
Just want to make sure. Perfect.
Well, it's the next town up, so there's nothing in between.
There's not that you are aware of.
Great.
So, how the next session will start is I'm going to have you guys entering Elmside and at least get you into the Masquerade Ball and doing all of that. I'll let Raven sell that ring and haggle and do a little bit of investigating while you're there. But, so I'm going to have you guys start off mid-travel. We'll say that you've left Flomo. You are on your way there. We'll see if anything happens between now and you arriving there, and if so, we'll deal with that at the start of next session. But you will be starting off at least you will get into the Masquerade Ball next session. So next session, you guys actually get to do a little bit of either flirting or dancing, or we'll say during this time Coraline was actively able to give you guys a couple of dance lessons as well. So at least you've had a little bit. Rutherford stepped on your foot once, at least.
Yeah, each night in the taverns after watching the sunset, people get drunk. Coraline would be all like, "All right, 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 1,
1, 2, 3." It's not that hard to say. Okay.
Perfect. But you are able to do that. Perfect. So,
Should we all roll performances of how well we're learning?
oh, you can roll performance checks now. You're still gonna roll them during the ball.
Oh god.
So if you wanna roll
Now,
them
would Coraline have advantage on these performance checks, or would she be, or
tell you
would
what,
she
roll your
have like
performance
proficiency in proficient in
roll me all
performance
performance checks now.
to see if we're learning?
We'll see how the learning is going.
If Red figures out eventually that if he thinks about it like fighting style, he'll finally get a beatdown.
Oh, he's karate kidding this up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
God, my -1 stat mod.
Alright. Talus, how you doing?
8.
Okay. Cersei, how you doing?
11?
Okay. How you doing? Rutherford, how we doing?
You know how this is called the wolf die?
Did you get a 20?
Because the 20's a wolf head?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cool.
but I have a -1 stat
So
mod.
19. Cool.
But
Alright.
She's doing good.
Alright. Raven, how we doing?
15.
15? Okay. Alright. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere with it then. Interesting. Alright, cool.
We're not
Cool.
inept.
We're
Happening.
not all doing horribly. You're getting there.
Coraline's, you have hope, but oh my god, don't embarrass me,
Oh my
please.
god. Oh my god. Perfect.
Oh, we are so screwed. I believe in you.
Good to know. Alright, so as you guys travel, with pan out from the party and pan in to Elmside itself, where a raven-haired woman in a red gown is walking around making preparations and yelling at people to put decorations where they need to go.
I've been so excited for this NPC!
And
Keep going.
see this raven hair as she quickly ties it up in a ponytail as she takes on some of the work herself because her workers appear to be incompetent to her. As Aaliyah Vanette turns around and you see a pale woman in a red gown with a beautiful neckline, long bell sleeves, swishing around the floor, yelling orders to people as she prepares for the guests that are going to be there. As we pan out farther into Elmside, you can see the rest of the town getting ready for what is promised to be one of the most extravagant events of this year. And we see a couple of people in alleyways, as this town is not all it appears to be. And with that, we end session.
Oh!
I will let you all do your handles, and then we're gonna go raid somebody. So, as always, we will start with Talus.
Handle is Ava Makes on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. It's a bit abandoned, but
You still have stuff there, though.
yeah.
Abby?
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm known as Giggle Productions on Instagram and on TikTok.
Perfect.
There's that.
My name's Din. You can find me here every other Friday. In between our every other Fridays here, you can find me at Ephemeral Forest playing Persephone, the fairy warlock barbarian, on Neverland's Call, which is 7:38 CST, I think. And you can find me on TikTok at Din Studios 15 and Instagram Din Studios.
Perfect. Nat?
Hi! You can find me at Nat_, at Nat20_NPC. I don't know my own handle, apparently. I haven't been on anything because I've been working through graduating college, which I've done, so I should be doing stuff more often. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see kind of my artwork and stuff, which I'm posting more often. If you guys have any commissions, let me know. You can definitely message me on either of those. Cool.
Perfect. And last but not least, Val?
You can find me on TikTok and Twitch at Basic Valkyrie and on Instagram at Basic_Valkyrie.
Perfect. And like always, I'm Ivy. I'm Gamer the Girl on everything. I'm over on Dice Cream Sandwich Mondays, over on Lark Network Wednesdays, and here every other Friday with random channels in between all of that. Additionally, happy birthday to two of my girls. Don't think I forgot you two. Happy birthday to Din and to Nat. We love them very much, so happy birthday to them. And as a special gift, you all guys get to level up. So you guys get to level up to 6.
Oh my god!
So,
Are we rolling health points here, or are we
you don't
rolling
have
on
to do it
our
now,
own?
you can do it off stream, but when we come back before the Masquerade Ball, you guys are level 6, so you're no longer level 5. So, however you want to change your characters or adjust, you're level 6.
Do we reroll ones, or do we not reroll ones?
You reroll once,
Thank God.
but you guys are level 6 now. So, we will end stream. We are going to see somebody. 2.
Upgrade, people, upgrade.
Perfect. You guys did a really great job, but in between the time when I was asking you guys what you wanted to do and if there was things you wanted to learn, it's because I was either going to let you guys gain proficiency or level up, and you guys, I chose to give you level up. So, you guys ought to get to do that. So, perfect. I am going to end our stream, but we are going to go raid somebody. I think we'll go raid, let's see.
I've never been more excited.
Tails. They raid us often enough.
Upgrade. Oh my god. Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
This has been the Rectification. We will be back in 2 weeks. Bye, guys.